And we are live.
What it do? What it do? It's another Monday. What up, Jezebel the Truth?
What's up, Six?
Man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Last weekend we was kind of last week we was getting kind of spicy. We was getting kind of spicy at the end of that show, talking about these labels and whatnot. This week, the fake labels were still at it, y'all. So they're sending out emails telling people they want to sign them. They're sending out emails. They in people's inbox right now. And it's crazy because artists really want to be signed right now, Jezebel.
And that's the crazy part about it is like they know that the hunger in the artist, so they're taking advantage of that.
What's crazy is, all right, so when I was younger, my parents used to tell me, don't knock on the door for like the Jehovah's Witness, right?
Don't
When they,
knock on the door, open the door.
yeah, don't open the door when they knock, right?
Hmm.
So when you got the that process, and that was in my days what we call the scammers, I guess. Those were the only people that I was have to be alert for, look out for the Jehovah's Witness. We even
Uh-huh.
learned that when you seen them walking in your neighborhood, you even practice the shush, to be quiet. There was also the don't touch the blinds, don't let them see you at the blinds. And there was also the when you seen them coming to your door, you could act and play and pretty much mess around with them if you wanted to. But nowadays, we have the new things. When you see the scammers in your DMs,
You
they
block them.
like the Jehovah's Witness. The new record labels are like the new Jehovah's Witness. You got to be careful when they come knocking on your DMs. You got to start ducking. You got to start hiding. You got to start being quiet and acting like you ain't there.
But how would you determine if they're scammers or if they're actually
So I'm glad you asked that question, right? Because let me spark up this gelato cream here, and let's go ahead and dive into these deets. How do we spot a fake label? Well, first of all, I want you independent labels that are popping up to know that I'm not talking about you yet. I will get to you during this hour.
amount six? Just one moment, y'all. Six will be right back. Oh,
Am I back? Am I back? Let's see here. Are we muted? Did they mute me?
no, I can hear you.
They got me back.
I
All right,
got you all
so
the way. But this my
y'all,
song though.
hey, I don't know what the hell. I live in the woods, y'all. Not technically the woods, but I'm in the south of Atlanta, and there's a lot of trees. I got AT&T cable now and internet, and honestly, it ain't no Verizon. It ain't nothing like the DMV. We got Verizon in the DMV, and all my damn kids is here hogging the internet. So never the case. But back to what I was saying, y'all. How do we spot these fake labels? Well, they're posing as some of your favorite names: RCA, Def Jam, Universal Records. And you definitely want to go and do your research and you want to look up some of these names, and you're going to see they're using the names of actual people that work at Def Jam and Universal and RCA Records. But you're going to realize one thing. They're going to ask you for money. They're going to say to you that this money is a deposit on your career, that this money is an investment in your career. And if you don't pay this money, you ain't serious.
So,
And so,
I mean, is that like within the first like few seconds of the conversation that they're
yep,
asking for this stuff?
yep. That's the whole contract. I'm seeing a lot of artists post these messages from Sony, RCA, Universal, like God is 2021 is my year. God is blessing me. The labels are looking and things like that, right? And they posting these messages, and I've seen these messages because I mean I'm an artist. You don't think that I don't get spammed? You don't think that people want to spam me? Yeah, I don't get those Fat Joe ones, the ones where they want to pay me where they tell you pay 500 to be on the mixtape. I don't get those. And do I know why? No. Am I offended by it? Yes. I mean, I would like to one day get spams in my inbox. I would like to one day sit up there and be asking myself, "Ooh, is this real? Am I about to sign a deal? Maybe, maybe not." But the reality of it is, we have to learn how to read, people. You see what I'm saying? We know that when you read that first paragraph, it sounds great. Yes, we checked out your music. Me and the A&Rs here, we really anxious to meet with you, and we want to talk with you, and we want to sit down and meet with you, and we want to fly you down. And
Uh-huh.
that looks good. But then when it gets to that line that says that's a deposit for your flight and your hotel, you gotta start squinting your little eyes a little bit.
I mean, but to someone like me, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. If I just got paid for my flight and my hotel, and I'm about to get on this mixtape or I'm about to get signed,
Correct.
like, what's wrong with that? Like, I'm
The
in
thing
it.
about it is the music game or any entertainment business or any entrepreneurship is a hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to learn to not get hustled by the hustlers while hustling, right? So
Okay.
now all these rappers popped up. All these rappers popped up COVID. I actually think that more rappers popped up during COVID than I've seen in the last 2 years.
I mean, what else is there to
And
do?
they and they all and they all like dropping music like it ain't nothing. But we already know half of them are not registered. Half of them are not doing their business right, taking care of their paperwork. They just dropping music because rapping this was cool, and they hoping that this stuff is like in the 70s, 80s, and 90s when someone's gonna see you and sign you to a label deal and make you a star overnight. Well, I'm here to tell you people that it just doesn't happen like that anymore. People are lazy. When last time you seen like I mean, come on, when last time you seen an A&R in the club shopping for artists? You know what I'm saying? Like, when was the last time you seen a A&R in the hood shopping for artists? You know, like so. Let's just be quite real. The A&Rs are looking for the businessmen, the people that already understand the game, and they also looking for the idiots, the ones that's like ready to work but don't know the business, don't got their paperwork together, don't got nothing. So like, of course, artists that's listening to my show, y'all getting an advantage because you kind of become dangerous. A label kind of they may like you, but then you know too much. I mean,
Yeah.
especially if you're applying this stuff, you're learning this stuff, and you're making money. If
Mm-hmm.
you've been listening to this show for the last year, then and you've been doing what we've been saying doing, then you've already gotten a royalty check or two. If you've already gotten a royalty check or two, then you know that everything that we say is true. And if you know that everything that we say is true, then you looking at labels like, what do I need you for? But the one thing I tell everybody, don't get lost in what I say. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Think about everything. Think about everything. Do you want worldwide success? Do you want to be a star overnight? You need a label for that.
yeah,
Now, if you need a label for that to be a celebrity overnight, why do you think that label needs to ask you for money? They don't. A label is never going to hit you up and ask you for money. So now that leads me to these new indie labels that are popping up and explaining to artists you're not investing in yourself if you don't put a stipend on me monthly to manage your career. Artists out here looking for managers. Let me tell y'all something. Artists, managers do not look to be tracked down. You do not track down a manager. Where did we get that confused at, Jezebel?
hold on. So you don't track down the manager; they track you down
Mm-hmm.
because they see your potential and they want to invest in your future.
Well, they want to invest in it, or they know that they can take you somewhere and they go
Mm-hmm.
get a piece. A good manager understands that he's gonna make money off of you if he's putting you in the right stuff, and he also understands that you have product that he can manage. Right
Right.
now, I done already told y'all we got fake managers out there. We got
Mm-hmm.
managers that's gonna tell you, shoot, I work with this person and I work with that person and the names, none of the artists, you're not gonna know none of the artists.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. When was the last time you seen Drake's manager out on the street like, hey, I'm looking for artists to manage?
uh,
They don't. They just don't. You know what I'm saying? Even as you start popping, it's not. It ain't nothing to say that Drake's manager won't reach out to you and be like, look, hey, you want what I could do what I did for Drake.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But you ain't about to be reaching out to Drake's manager like, manage me too, manage me too. He never
Mm-hmm.
gonna answer you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like, and then when he do answer you, he ain't gonna say, give me 300 a month, and I'm gonna take you to the moon.
Uh-huh.
He already know what to do.
True.
A real manager knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell y'all like this, right? That's probably the only thing that still works like it worked in the 50s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. It's management. You find an artist and you take that artist's projects and you try to get him whatever you can get him, a show, a landing, a gig, whatever, and them people's write that artist a check and that manager gets his percentage. And
Mm-hmm.
on to the next. And it's your job as an artist to not make your manager look like an asshole. Show up on time, be professional, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
where I'm trying to figure out, can anybody let me know when the shift changed that managers thought that they're supposed to be living off of the artist? And I will wait because that is one of the most disgusting things I'm seeing.
Say that again.
I'm trying to figure out, where did managers think that it was their job to start living off of artists?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of that though.
No, I remember when you was trying to put the tour together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you was working with you was moving around and you was moving through the city, like working with some pretty, like, well, like, I call them C-listers,
Okay. Uh-huh.
right? Now, nah, cause it's
I'm
crazy.
listening though. I got
It,
you.
it's crazy, right? Because like I be saying a lot, like so I be telling promoters like, all right, that's how you have to like try to get these artists in the scene, because C-listers are like the ones that are breaking the new artists. You
Yeah.
know, so it's not like A-list artist is not. You know how many artists be like, yeah, I'm about to pay for this collab with this big name artist, and that
Mhm.
track will never come out.
Yeah. And then the other artists don't never promote it either.
They don't want to. They like come on, like Look how Drake did Fetty. What was it, Fetty Wap? Or what one of the groups? I want to say it was Fetty Wap, but he didn't show up to the video shoot, do no promotion behind it or nothing. Curd him. Curd him.
Oh,
So like I ask artists now, I'm like, man, I'm saying a lot of artists be real live. I'm saying a lot of artists be real live led astray. And I'm saying a lot of artists telling me that they're signed
mm-hmm.
and young. An artist told me that he signed for $10,000 and he was happy. You know what I'm saying?
$10,000.
Man, that's why I said. I know an artist that signed that works full time as a goddamn hotel security or concierge.
Mm-hmm.
But he signed to Empire Records.
Okay.
There was an artist today that posted, and it might not be today, but today I seen it. He said he made $1 million off his deal, but he still works for the post office.
Mm.
So
He made a what off of his what? And he what?
he made $1 million.
I heard you.
He's a millionaire, but he still works for the post office.
I mean, if I was a millionaire, I still have a job too.
Yeah, I would have a job too, making more millions doing what I made $1 million doing.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't gonna make $1 million being no damn post office man.
I mean, over 10 years.
Probably not.
Probably not. 20?
Probably not. I don't even think
I give up.
I don't even think a post office person makes $100,000 a year.
I mean,
but we're in the world now where you can say anything and it's true.
So I guess my question is, what is an artist? I mean, like, so how is an artist supposed to decipher if this manager is right for them?
And that's what's weird. Like, if a manager approaches you and don't have a plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean like a real plan that you already seen work, then he ain't right for you. If a manager approaches an artist
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't already have things lined up, things that he could put in play for you, he's not the right artist. I mean manager. Now, put it like this. A lot of people's homeboys become their managers first.
Yeah.
You know? And they're usually like those really good mouthpieces that don't know how to get you paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like they end up not being able to go to the next level because they don't understand the business. And if they doing their mouthpiece right, then you'll be everywhere,
Exactly.
but not really getting paid. I know managers who got their artists buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
You performing every night. You think that they on and they ain't getting no money. They're not getting they wake up every morning and they blown.
But isn't that investing? I mean, but what do you mean no money? Like,
But
because
see the thing about it is
what I've learned is invest in the beginning and get paid on the back end. So if they're performing everywhere and they're paying to perform everywhere and they got a buzz, shouldn't they still be getting paid on the back end?
yeah, but the back end still shows on the front end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So put it like this: if an artist is doing shows for a year straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if they looking bummy as hell for a year, but they out doing their thing, nothing matters if a project comes out of that year. You know what I'm saying? And you
Mm-hmm.
will be able to see that, like, all right, now this artist went in the studio and put together a real project now. You know what I'm saying? Or this artist went and dropped the album. Okay.
Okay.
That's maybe where the money went. Okay. Now, boom, what is this artist going to do with that album now? Because now we want to see about the marketing, the promo strategies, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of people that be like, numbers don't matter. Those are people that don't do numbers. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It doesn't matter to them. So
Well, there's a debate about Spotify numbers versus Apple Music numbers. What is that all about? Like some people say that Spotify numbers, ouch, can be manipulated and they're fake and blah
I
blah
call. Listen,
blah.
I'm about to tell everybody something that is about to blow minds. Everything can be manipulated. Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, whatever. But artists are so fucking pighead, right? I'm starting to hate this buy streams and buying numbers conversation, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand, what do people think a record label does? I mean, no one knows this person before the record label signs them, hardly ever. But they're doing. Lil Nas X did 14 million, 14, done 14 times platinum. 14 times platinum. Now, I admit, I know the song, but
It
that
was
was after its viral moment. You know what I'm saying? Now, people act like a lot of people can't know a song, or a lot of people can't listen to a song and you not know it. You know what I'm saying? But the
yeah.
whole idea about buying numbers and things like that, every label does that. Every There's some Asians, there's some little white geeks with glasses on, a little bigger than yours are right now, Jezebel, and they are in the little room working before a project even drops.
Uh-huh.
Let's put it Birdman, Cash Money Records. In the time when records were bought,
Uh-huh.
he would say, "Oh, we put in $1 million on this album, and I'm buying 1 million copies."
But
So
to do what with it though? Just to
to
put the
resell
money.
them back,
Oh,
because now if because this is how it works. If you go to a record label, right, and they give you, let's say that advance is, I'm just gonna keep it simple numbers for everybody out there that ain't mathematicians like myself. But they give you $100,000. That label gives you that.
mhm.
That label is going to drop a project with you, and they're going to put. They already know that, okay, $10,000, $20,000 brings me back $100,000.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They know
Mhm.
I put that in my marketing campaign. I'm gonna make my $100,000 back. So it's never a loss to the label to not do that. But artists don't understand that they have that same obligation to make $100,000 back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they look at it like, oh, I owe the label $100,000. If I don't finish this project, this label's gonna come to me and tell me I gotta pull $100,000 out of my pocket. No, they're not. Sorry, guys. You don't have to be afraid of that no more. The label
Mhm.
is not gonna come back and say, we gave you $100,000 to drop an album and you didn't drop it, or the album was trash, or blah blah blah. We want $100,000 back. No, they're gonna say, how much did you make back? You're gonna walk in there and say, yeah, I fucking sold 100,000 units. They're gonna say,
Mhm.
no, we bought 100,000 units and sold them so that we can make our money back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's gonna be your job to go in there and match that. So you're gonna have to pull out your money. I want 100,000 units too.
Mhm.
So it's because the reality of it is, until you are really like world touring and doing like major stuff, everything is what I like to call number manipulation.
Okay.
I mean, why do you think that every time after they do a versus, they make it their business to announce the numbers? Why do you think Spotify is the only app where you can see the numbers?
Oh.
Now, put it like this: a lot of people don't like Spotify for that reason, and a lot of people be like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm on Apple Music. I'm doing Apple Music numbers," but they're lying. You know what I'm saying? Because if more, if let's put if We got 100% of the world. 60% are using Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
20% are using Apple Music. 20% are using Google Music. So or 10% are using Google. 10% are using Amazon.
Right.
You're not gonna tell me that. What I'm saying? The only one that's showing numbers is the one that everyone is attacking. You feel me? Because you can't go to someone's Apple Music and say, "Oh, he doing numbers on Apple."
But even with that, I mean, Android users don't have Apple Music, right?
They can.
Uh,
Apple Music can be used on cross platforms. It's an app,
okay. Oh, okay.
you know.
'Cause I thought it was
But
just for Apple products.
a lot of people thought that, but no, you can use Apple Music on an Android phone. But the reality of it is, when artists say that, they're not doing any numbers because the reality of it is, trust me, the only reason they're saying that is because Apple doesn't show your numbers. You go on there, only thing you see on Apple is a star, and that star means that star indicates that is the most popular track of your project or
Okay.
popular tracks of your project.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, since people want to say that that's manipulated, I'm gonna go ahead and break everybody bubble right now. If you play your damn song every time you get in your car, unless somebody hear it, every time you get in your car, they're gonna put that star beside it now because it's the most popular joint on your playlist. So everybody else to see it, they're gonna see that star
I
because you
thought
make it
you
popular.
playing your own streams under your account don't count.
Man, you know how many people listen. Your account is named. Let's just talk about me for it. My rap name is Sixxcess. My damn Apple Music account is under Kron.
Mm-hmm.
My real name.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean?
Okay. It can be manipulated.
Everything can be manipulated in this game. You got Apple, you got Instagram followers and Instagram users. You know what I'm saying? People got hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers and be getting like 7,000 likes or 100 likes. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah.
like, we talk about the game of manipulation, and I hate I hate that artists use that as a defense mechanism as to why they're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, well, you're talking about artists manipulating numbers, but these artists are actually eating or doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, on the
Mhm.
road, doing shows, blah, blah, blah. But you're not doing anything. So show me the real way to get those numbers. Show me. And then I'll be quiet because I like to see one artist that's really like beating the streets. Those days of selling albums out your trunk is over. And because guess what? Even those numbers was manipulated. Because if I say to you, Jezebel, if I say to everyone listening to this show right now, man, I missed the game when I used to sell albums because I used to go ahead and I would throw a 10,000 CDs in my trunk, ride
Mhm.
up the buoy, and sell them all. What a day. Who gonna fact check me? If I call one person that went to buoy that remembers it, it makes
Uh-huh.
the story true. If one person, yeah, he used to sell CDs at Bowie all the time.
Yeah.
Now the fact that I said I sold 10,000 a day, everyone's gonna believe it. You feel me? I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, so come on, we gotta stop arguing. We gotta stop arguing with the facts and get with the program artists. We say we want to play the game. We want to be in the game. And a lot of the artists that be like, I want to stay indie. They're the ones that really are hilarious to me because they don't understand really what indie is. When they hear indie, all they saying is, "I want to keep all my money,"
Yeah.
but they not saying, "I want to spend all my money too."
But then that's where it comes with the artists have to decide what their actual like where they really want to go with their music. Like,
The thing about it is, I don't even think it's about the music anymore. I think that the thing about it is, the person that stands on the corner and still beats on the guitar and sings, the person that hits the karaoke's and sing everybody's songs, they're the ones that just love the music. You know what I'm saying? But once you start writing your own lyrics and
Mhm.
putting that shit out and asking people what they think, you don't love just the music no more. You love the business. You want to make some money off of this.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or you'll just be singing people's songs, doing covers, having a good time. Because the
that's
music is
true.
there. What
That's
gets
so
what
true.
gets scary to me is artists are afraid to jump off the porch. You know what I'm saying? For me, when I first started in 2006, like I tell everybody, my first song wrote was an accident. Was one of my partners
Uh,
snatching the paper. Now, from there, I seen how much I made from just that small incident. And I was like, oh, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So 2006, I got in and I jumped right off the diving board. I mean, shit, literally quit my job and I was making goddamn $70,000 a year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not no small money for a young 20-year-old, 23-year-old or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I was doing my own damn shit. I quit that shit. I was like, nah, I want to do this music shit. I want to do this. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Dove head in. Now, times got hard, times got stressful, and there was always times when I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get this job.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm about to work. And then it was put in my head, well, why don't you use the job money to do what you gotta do in the music? You know what I'm saying?
That's what a
So
lot of people choose to do.
yeah, and that was and like see the thing about it is, but the thing is, what was that thing that they chose to do? You know what I'm saying? They shooting videos and getting in the studio and paying for studio time and things like that. But then they ain't getting their business together. They ain't getting their publishing company. They ain't getting their writer side. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
trademarking their business, their artist name. They ain't registering themselves as a business so that they can get tax credits for their sales. You know what I'm saying? They ain't marketing their music at all. So they
Mm-hmm.
ain't getting no royalties or no paybacks for that either. You know what I'm saying? So really, you just going to work to play around. When I say if you're gonna do that, then you might as well just do other people's songs that's already out there. Don't go into the studio to make something new and
So
something fresh.
do you think it's hard to manage a career and put your all into being an artist?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why. The guy that you work for in your career, right? Let's say, and I want to just be. I'll pick the top career in the world. If you're a lawyer right now and you
Mm-hmm.
say I really want to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I really want to be an artist. Let's not say a rapper. I really want to be an artist, but I'm a lawyer. Now, you work for this law firm and you're making a lot of money. But I
Right.
bet in your mind, the boss man, he
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be no artist. He
True.
110% wants to be a lawyer. So
Mm.
he runs a company to be a lawyer and you work for him and you fulfill his dream every day.
Okay.
You make his destiny to be the top lawyer, the top law firm, a
Mm-hmm.
reality.
Okay.
Now, who's taking that time to make your reality, your dream a reality, to be the top artist? Now, like me and my friends used to have a saying in 2013, my Mash brothers, we would say, if we give the man 8 hours, we had to work in the studio 8 hours. You know,
You know,
so
you
we
say it.
literally would do 8 hours at work and then go straight to the studio, put in another eight. You know what I'm saying? And then bam, be that.
Because you should be investing as much as in yourself as you are investing in someone else's company.
Correct. Correct. But the reality of it is, like I said, what happens? That guy got you beat. He been working you all day, busting the daggone agenda to make him and his dreams a reality. So
Mm-hmm.
even by the time you get to yours, it takes a different type of animal to try to make it.
Right.
But it takes a different type of animal to take that in which you have just put all those hours into and to
Mhm.
enforce them. Because now what happens? You got to work on a Friday at 3, but you get a call for a show, a big show at 3 on Friday. What are you going to do?
Call out of work.
You're going to call out of work. But most people, realistically, let's just say they're going to ask you, can I do it after work? Can I? I can't get off. I need this job. I get paid. You know, because their mental is not on. I want to be an artist. It's on.
Yeah.
I need to get paid because I don't know how to get paid as an artist. Because if I
Mhm.
knew how to get paid as an artist, I would have been walked away from this joint. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you make it seem like everybody just can go to sleep and wake up rich as an artist,
You know
and
what's
it's not
crazy?
that easy for
Nah,
everyone.
like the thing is, but like the thing is, the first saying, the biggest saying that we all have to remember is it's not for everybody. So like this is put like this. We don't have to be cruel in this world because it's called self-elimination,
Okay.
right? The
Hmm.
people are gonna eliminate themselves. We don't we look like it's like if someone throws a ladder down from a rooftop, you know what I'm saying? They they wouldn't have to. They're not gonna think they're gonna have to yell, "Climb the ladder." They're not gonna think they're gonna have to yell it down. They're just gonna throw it down.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I'm telling people, I'm not telling you to go quit your jobs and try to do everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that if your mentality is that I can't do it because of this,
Hmm.
that's just not the reality of it. Now, it's a race. I tell you, what's crazy is me and the wife was having a conversation earlier, right? And I was like, all right, the Bible is kind of like a real blueprint of even the music industry, the entertainment industry, the real world. You know what I'm saying? It's like a blueprint of it, right?
Uh-huh.
So
Tell
I'm
me
like,
more.
man, we looking at it and we thinking to ourselves, okay, how can we correlate all these movements and what's happening and into things, right? So my mom says, I've seen all this before. It's just like in the book of Revelations,
Mhm.
right? So I said, yeah, mom. So if you've seen it all before and we're seeing it again now, that means that this everything is happening again. So
Uh-huh.
it has to be reincarnation or something instead of
Yeah.
the ending of it. You know what I'm saying? So if we have to take things like a lot of people look in the Bible and like, man, I wanna live the best life. You know,
Right.
I wanna like get to the top. Like it's just like that in everything that you do. You gotta make those sacrifices, you gotta take those steps. And it's those small sacrifices that you do that's gonna get
Mhm.
you to that final invitation, that final table, that final sitting spot of greatness. And not everybody's gonna be able to get there. Because when you start thinking about it, I mean, like, we all make great music. Okay, check. We all great performers. Check.
Okay.
All right. We all got the right look. We all got the look. Check. So now when do we start dividing us? It starts getting petty. Who 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 does it all day long? Okay, I
Mhm.
don't, I don't, I don't. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
And it
Process of
start fading back
elimination.
like shit. Then you're like, all
Mhm.
right, well, who got more than the album out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
who got your ass cap? Who got your beam out? They start backing out. You start finding
Yeah.
out where you at with it. And it's like that with everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Let's just take music out the equation and let's say I wanted to be the boss at my job.
Yep. Who got perfect attendance?
I mean, exactly. You're definitely not gonna get the joint if you always late. You definitely not about to get the promotion if you're not making yourself likable to everyone in the office. especially the big bosses.
Mm-hmm.
And they never gonna let you sit at their table if you don't understand how they move and how
Mm-hmm.
they do things. They might sit like I don't know. I've been tested like this before, and I don't know if you have, Jezebel, but have you ever been asked to fire someone?
Mm, yeah. Well, no, not directly.
And I have. And the first time I did it, it was weird. You know, it was like,
Mhm.
we got to let him go. I need you to let him know that he's done. And I was like, me? Why me? You know what I'm saying? And it's
Oh
like,
wow.
I mean, if you can't do it, you know what I'm saying? That's how they say it. I mean, if you can't do it. And I'm like, no, 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 no.
You
I can
can't do.
do it. I just wanted to know why me, you know? And they like, well, okay. I mean, in the event that I'm not here and the assistant general manager is not here, then you know you're next up. And I was like, I didn't know. I need a raise. Well, I need a raise. You know, you know, you know.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not gonna lie. That next check, there was a raise on my check. I showed I was willing to play ball. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So of course, everything that I did in the work field, every coin that I made in the work field, I implemented that when it comes to my music and when it comes to my own career. You know, I've done HR work, I've done general manager work, I've done management work, I've done loss prevention work. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. I'm doing all this, I'm running a company. I've learned how to run a company.
Right.
So now let me implement this stuff in myself. Let me make sure my records are straight. Let me
Mm-hmm.
make sure that my money is straight and my books is right. Let me make sure my staff is paid and figure
Mm-hmm.
out how they gonna get paid and all that good stuff. And bam, what would you know? 2 years later, here we are. So I mean, no, not everyone can do it, or not everyone will. Not
Do it.
everyone will do it is a better statement. But can everyone do it? Yes. But is it for everyone? No.
I think I finally actually made that leap recently, and it's like you finally get to a point. I think I got to a point in my life where it's like, damn, I work for all these companies, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like right now, when I'm not working, why would I take my time and invest in a company that I may potentially never own or never reach that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
my, instead of investing that time into myself
And I
and
mean, let's be real. Let's just be real. And people don't shoot me in Jezebel for when I say this. Don't shoot Boss Biz Radio when I say this, but I thought we were family. But if you're not white, they're not gonna let you at the top of their social club. And unfortunately, black people will never let you sit at their table with them because their fears of you taking over the table.
right.
Black people have a real bad insecurity, you know, and a lack of trust.
Mhm.
So when it comes to those two things, if you understand the rules of the game, then you only ask yourself one question: run my own, figure out how to be my own boss.
Yep.
Because everything someone needs to be done. I don't care if you're a mechanic working for Pep Boys. If you know how to do everything in that joint and you got your own tools, run your own company.
Yep.
Get up in the morning, put your ads out. Every
Mhm.
day someone needs their car fixed.
Exactly.
You know, get you a Google. Get on Google, put your
Mhm.
ad on Google, and when people type in mechanics near me, you pop up.
Yep.
You go get you what we call in the industry a SEO for your business.
Yep.
And if you have that, bam, sky's the limit.
Yep.
I used to be an SEO for this old dude, Mr. Pitts. I wonder always what happened to Mr. Pitts. I wonder did he catch COVID? Mr. Pitts didn't like me. Mr. Pitts actually hated me. I worked for Mr. Pitts for a week, maybe 4 days. And
Mhm.
every day I think Mr. Pitts wanted to fight me in that office. You
Mm-hmm.
know, he was a real old senile guy. He didn't understand anything, Jezebel. I actually said to his desk, you walk in the office, his desk was full of papers and backed up bills everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was little checks hidden around his office as well. Real checks, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 checks, just lying around his office. So, Mr. Pitts asked Wah to straighten up his office for him. And I told him, I said, you hired me as an SEO, Mr. Pitts. He said, yeah. I said, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm not cleaning your damn office.
What the hell did he think
He
of?
said, I need an assistant. I said, if you need an assistant, that's something else. But I didn't apply to be nobody's assistant. He said, well, why can't you just do both? Why can't you assist me and still be my SEO? I said, you don't pay enough for that. I said, I'm sorry, Mr. Pitts, but this is where I got to draw the line. He said, well, I don't think this is going to work out now. I said, I know. I said, all I need to know is how you plan on paying me, Mr. Pitts, for these 4 days. Because this is my last day. Because I don't know what you're thinking about. And that was on the 4th day.
Wait a minute, but you gotta know your worth though, because people will take advantage of you.
Yes. Now listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know a few people that would have just turned into his SEO and his assistant and been happy every day going to work for Mr. Pitts. Mm-hmm. I actually told him I know a few people that would enjoy this job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, hey, look, bruh, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Mr. Pitts was gonna try to 2-piece me a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Like he kept on hitting me with the hold on, I'll be right back. You know, and you know, like I'm from the hood. When I hear that, every time Mr. Pitts came back, I had my jacket in my hand because I'm thinking it's the moment. All 4 days. I'm thinking me and Mr. Pitts about to go down. So on the 4th day, it was it. We had enough. Me and Mr. Pitts had agreed that it's best for us to go our separate ways. The only reason that it probably lasted the 4 days because Mr. Pitts wasn't there all the time. He was going through a real court battle. You know what I'm saying? And see, search engine optimizers, they are used to make your business booming again. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that was my job. So I had to take him from rank like 17th in the country in the county, and I actually took him up to rank like number 1, right? Georgetown Radiators and all that good stuff, furnishing. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I told him, I said, Mr. Pitts, I can do all this work, but your attitude ain't gonna get you no clients. You know, clients were calling his phone, and he had a horrible attitude. It's like, what you want, what you need. Like I said, anybody that runs a business and their desk is a mess, you already know they're disorganized and they're dysfunctional. You know, but I took my money as an SEO and it was cool, and I was done that job. But then I started, like I said, everything that I do in any business, I always come back and say to myself, wait, how can I apply that to success? Mm-hmm. How can I search engine optimize myself? You know what I'm saying? True story. I first found out about engine optimization in 2012. And yeah, it really does everything that it says it's going to do. At that point, I had maybe like 2 other fake successes. They were really like not me. Okay. You know, and I hated it. I hated that. I felt like they were getting views and they were getting streams because of me. Right? So one of the guys' name was DJ Sixxcess. Right? But he spelled the Sixcess. And then there was this artist named Sixxcess, Sixcess. I mean Cess, yes. And then there was a drug testing facility called Sixxcess Drug Testing Facility. But neither one of these places was me. So I had to go get a search engine optimizer. And now those people don't even exist anymore on Google. It's like, because that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm success. So now when you Google success, I'm the only thing that pops up. You know what I'm saying? There's no confusion, there's no nothing. And I don't understand. I try to tell a lot of artists that's what you have to do with your career. You gotta make it to where people can find you, where you gotta be willing to take out the competition by having your paperwork in order, having your internet stuff together. I see a lot of artists right now on Spotify with no bio. Disgust me. It's disgusting.
What if they ain't have time to write one up?
Disgusting. That's even worse. I bet you they got a resume though. I bet you they took time to write a funky ass resume. Because that's what they want to be. They want to work. They don't want to be. They don't want to be a real artist. I don't care if the bio says I was born in Wichita, Tennessee.
That's it? That's all I gotta say?
Something. I know one. I seen one artist. I clicked on his page, his Spotify. I said, all right, no bio, but ooh, he got links here. I clicked on the link, went to his Instagram. It was the worst Instagram I ever seen in my life.
By how you mean, sir?
So first of all, he turned his Instagram into a memorial page.
What do you mean?
Every post was a dead homie. This nigga had about 60 posts. And I was like, bruh, we need to fix your Instagram. He said, nah. I want people to know I'm real. I know all of them people. And I was like, no one wants to know that you know 60 dead people, bruh.
I'm not laughing at him.
No, he needs to be laughed at.
I'm laughing at the situation, y'all.
So I was sitting there like, all right, but you an artist though. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your artist page? Where's the stuff to let people know that you an artist?
Right.
Where's that? Like, where's the stuff to elaborate on this music that you got out here online?
You gotta just find my music, listen to my music. That's what they tell me.
Man, let me tell you what's hilarious. I got asked, and I hope that they listened to the show today, but I got asked to share this music video on my page. I couldn't share the music video, but I did watch it. You know what I'm saying? It was okay. It wasn't my cup of tea. I don't like when artists try to be too enunciation. They try to enunciate too much in their words. It's like, damn, man. It's all right to slur a little bit. It's all right to like not hit every word. You know what I'm saying? It's like they be hitting them too hard, like in the 80s. But they asked me to share that stuff. Now I've been watching a lot of these artists on Facebook, right? And I've been watching a lot of these new labels pop up on Facebook too, right? And their strategies, I get it, is trolling. And everyone has to understand we're in a trolling era, right? So you kind of have to know what's bullshit and what's real. And you kind of got to know when it's just entertainment to play along with, right?
Okay.
So these new labels are taking their opportunities to use their platforms and throw shots at other artists who are not with them, right? So, for instance, they'll say something like, these artists out here doing fake numbers and shit. Only my team doing real shit out here. We making moves and blah, blah, blah. And then you go to their artist page and they all got the alligator mouth. The alligator mouth, everyone that doesn't and has not been following me, the alligator mouth means that you ain't doing shit. You just look like this. Every time we go to your page, you look like this. And that means that no one is listening to it. You know what I'm saying? That means no one is tuning in. So when I
I had a producer call me and he name dropped, right? And
Right.
I know I say asshole shit all the time. Everybody that calls me, I know I say asshole shit all the time. And I really say a lot of things because I don't like to think before I talk, right?
Okay.
I like to just, especially like on the air, I don't even like to think about what I'm going to talk about before the show. I like to just know these things
Mhm.
that's on this list and then talk about them as I talk about them, right? But I
Right.
don't like to think before I talk because I'll be like, oh man, like I may say some real physiological shit or whatever, right?
Mhm.
So I'm like, man, I'm watching it and he's like, this artist is doing this and that, and I'm like, yeah, but they're not doing no numbers. And his reply to me was, but they're making moves besides the music, so that's bullshit. That's big moves.
Mhm.
Now, I agree, guys. I want y'all to understand something. If you tell me that you're an artist and your resume is a whole bunch of movies and stuff like that, I'm gonna
Mhm.
call you an actor or actress. If you tell me that you're a singer and a rapper and you got one song out but you got three movies, you are an actor or actress. And I don't really care if you don't like it. When I say you ain't doing nothing in the music industry, that's what I mean. You can't
Mhm.
sell a show out, and even if you could, most of y'all women can. I'm not gonna sit up here and start shooting at no woman, right? Because these women artists will sell out a damn party for like nothing and have one song. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? These guys, not so much. Not so much. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all just, I'm not taking shots at you when I say I don't care about that. Only thing I'm saying is don't brag about artists that you have that are not doing numbers and taking shots at artists that are doing their thing just because they're not with you. Now, no one has to sign with you guys independent labels. No one
Mhm.
knows who you are. And just because you could take a guy to a studio doesn't make you a label. And that's kind of like what's getting confusing because y'all are not putting no money behind these artists and it shows. Dropping videos that you got your homeboy that got a camera and you got a deal to shoot your man's video doesn't make you a label producer, engineer, head A&R, and all that other
But why
bullshit.
not? Why doesn't it? Does it make you
Because
a label and starting at least?
no, it does not. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you why it does not. Because at the end of the day, a label's job is to produce records to generate money. So if you have signed an artist and that artist is on Craigslist applying for jobs, you failed. If you have signed the artist, let me take a drink because the devil trying to attack me.
Speaking truth, huh?
If you have signed the artist and that
Mhm.
artist has to wait till they get off work, you're failing. You're failing. Don't sign an artist if you don't plan on putting no money in that artist's pocket. And soon, I mean, the longest an artist should be waiting is 6 months to see some type of money. And I mean, like artists, if you sign with a label and they ain't got you on the move, then what are you doing? And for real, I don't know why y'all signing with labels that ain't putting no money behind you. You don't understand these contracts, and they be taking percentages, and I know they're taking percentages.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But a percentage of nothing is nothing, and they setting them up with this corny stuff, corny shit, and it's crazy because we all do corn shit. I'm wearing corn colors right now. We all do corn shit. But guess what? Some of us actually have agendas behind our corn shit and actually get paid to be corny.
Hmm.
So unless you get paid to be corny, don't be corny. Now, I gotta say, I really want these labels to stop. I want them to cease and desist. I want them to free all of their artists. Let these people get control of their Spotify's, man. Let them get their distro kids. Cause y'all ain't running their numbers up. Let them get control of their Apple Music, man. Artists shouldn't just have obligations to share links. And artists, you should be in control of your careers. And like all these people that's making you think that you supposed to be paying them to be a part of this label. Well, if you are paying them to be a part of that label, I like you to know something. You are not an artist on that label. You are an owner on that label. And you have to understand the difference in your power even in that. Because if I pay you $500 a month, in 2 months that's 1,000. In 12 months that's a lot more. So if I've been with you for a year and I'd have put in almost $5,000, $6,000, and I ain't done tripled it back, doubled it back, flipped it, waxed it, guess what? Houston, we have a problem. And you as an owner need to step up. So I'm not gonna start calling out no names or stuff like that because that's corny. I won't be doing that because I don't get paid to do that. But what I will do is tell y'all need to stop. Y'all need to cease and y'all need to desist. Y'all need to let these artists out of these bogus contracts, these fake management. I seen a label head of an indie label eating lobster. And that shit pissed me off.
A what? A label of a label head?
No,
Eating
one of them a head of a label, one of these like new labels out here, he was eating lobster. And it made me mad. Not because he was eating lobster, but because I follow at least 5 of his artists. And the reason why I follow them is because when I see them post them, I like to follow them to see who are they. And I like to follow them, right? But I follow them and I see them struggling every day. And I'm like, here it is, your guy eating lobster. All off of your hard work. And like honestly, you wanna know
Is
what's
this reality? This real shit?
yeah, this real shit.
And
And
they really struggling?
like listen, I sit back and I say to myself, what am I doing wrong, sweet Jesus? Where did I go wrong? You know what I'm saying? How can I how can I tap into this stream of success, this stream of manipulation, they say, this stream of deceit and tricking thou artist. I just can't though. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
morals. It's morals and character. And then you'd be surprised. A lot of
I
people
want
don't
to
have
see
that shit.
contract. I want to see what their contracts look like. I would love to actually. I would pay to be in the room when a contract signing is going down. I was actually at a contract signing for an artist, right?
Okay.
And his label guys that was signing him, they come in there, they bring in all the bottles and shit like that. They had some a little bit of huff. It wasn't no good weed at all they had, right? Who brings huff to an artist signing? Sign number one. But long story short, well, not short, but long story short, they had huff. And the artist comes in and he's dapping everyone up and he's excited. I mean, he is excited. And artists that are wearing baggy clothes, to me, is already a red flag.
Why?
Do I need to say why an artist wearing baggy clothes is a red flag? If an artist comes to me dressed like a Wu-Tang character, I'm already afraid of what he sounds like. I don't even care. First of all, artists, you got to understand how you dress. It dictates a lot on if we want to hear the words coming out your mouth. And usually, before you even say anything, based on how you're dressed and how you look, there's already a prediction on what you sound like. So if you don't match that prediction of what you sound like in the head, good or bad, no one cares. Cause if you let's just say you spit some fire ass shit and you look like a trash man, you feel me, bruh? Like let's just say you spit some fire ass shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you look like a trash man, niggas gonna be like, oh nah, damn, bruh, he fine, but that nigga bummy as fuck. Look. Even Puffy didn't just look at Biggie because he was big and spitting. You know what I'm saying? He wherever he rode down New York, he seen everyone hustled around this big nigga, hustling ass nigga, fly shit, and controlled the fucking little crowd.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, they're not. No one's looking at this nigga like, oh my god, this bum is killing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna pay attention. And there's been a lot of artists that has walked into open mics or showcases and they were looking like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of them that be looking fire and you be like, oh, they about to kill it and they some ass. They got the look and they walk around doing anything, sounding like anything.
That is so true.
So it's like, woo, what the fuck is going on here? So don't tell me it ain't the look. You know? But what was I saying before that? Before that rant there?
You was saying basically how looks, because I was like, basically if an artist walk in with baggy clothes, like,
Yeah, he done.
he was talking about perception, basically, with the artist coming in.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I would love to see one of those contracts that they're signing. You know, I would really love to just read one of those.
Yeah.
You know, like, because honestly, it's just the laziness. It's just the lazy ass. It's the lazy ass to do that. To sign. Like, I'm not like for real. I get it. The Migos. Okay, there was a label that wanted to sign me called Shark. Something Shark. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, ew, fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Turned it down a lot of times. So then 5 years later, I ended up saying that they had gotten a deal with Sony, right? And I was like, oh, good for them. I didn't never feel like, oh, I missed the boat. You know what I'm saying? Like I missed the opportunity not signing with Shark or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why not? Because they weren't that big or something, or
no. It's just because, like I said, I'm not about if I'm about to start for paying into a label, I already know how to do that with my own label. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if I'm looking for studio time, I'm not going to pay somebody monthly to find me a studio every month. I'm not going to pay somebody monthly to drop me on a DSP, and that's a digital store provider. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. Like, why would I pay you $500 a month, $300 a month to drop me on DistroKid or TuneCore, which I know costs $50 a year or $50 a release? Why would I pay you $500 a month to get into the studio for you to say that you're paying for it when you drop me off at a spot that's $25 an hour, and you probably got me in the studio one day to do some bullshit, and you probably done that after I've already been paying you for 2 or 3 months. Now you like, hey, I got you a studio session booked. You know, you might say some shit like, hey, I gotta I'm gonna take you down to Atlanta. That's how they tell all the DMV artists. I'm gonna take you down to Atlanta. I was about to sign this one artist, and she was good. You know what I'm saying? Like she was good, and I was telling her, I'm like, look, I need you to like chill out for a second. I need you to just focus up for 6 months, and then we drop your album. We're gonna have the money behind it. We're just gonna do these shows for 6 months. We drop your album, and bam, you're gonna have the money. You have everything you need to do. Bam, we're gonna have everything we need to do. Just give me 6 months. She says, okay, cool, bet. You know what I'm saying? So now we doing shows. We did like 3 shows, woo, woo, woo. And I knew the shit was starting to get real because like I was starting to see people at the shows like really trying to like get her attention and try to ask her who she was working with, blah, blah, blah. And of course she would say, Six, I'm working with Six, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, real cool shit. And they would come to me and say, what you gonna do with her, bro? What you gonna do with her? You know what I'm saying? So then one day, one of the guys say, one day I see her post that she had just signed with a new label. And I was like, damn, what the fuck? So I watched and I was like, okay, congratulations, because I know she dope. You feel me? And he says, there's a flyer posted up because, of course, as soon as her ass posted the motherfucking manager, what I do? I followed his ass. I had to find out who was the guy that stole the artist I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I could already see sleazeball, scumbag, all over. You feel me? Listen what I'm telling you. Skis, sleazeball all over the damn Instagram, right? I was like, oh man, I already know what this about to be. Fuck. She got. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, she got. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, look, watching the shit go down. First thing that happens, I'm going to Atlanta. Everybody, I'm down in Atlanta. And for the DMV, that's the move. Like, nigga, like, you get a manager, he tell you he's gonna take you to Atlanta and he gonna put you up. Man, hey, I probably signed that deal. I ain't gonna lie. He talking about he gonna take the trip. I'm like, shit, because I'm not gonna hold you. Anybody just wants an opportunity to be out of their box. You know what I'm saying? So as long as someone is offering you that, you probably will sign. Especially if you ain't been out that box. If you don't understand, I can rent me a car, book a show, rent me a car, drive down to Atlanta. I can book me a flight, fly down and book my own show in Atlanta. I can do my own open mics in Atlanta. Right? Because that's all that she was doing now was just different open mics, from DC open mics to Atlanta open mics. It wasn't like he was putting on any big shows. You feel me? So now, me personally, because I always like to be with every artist that I try to sign, I become their friend. You know what I'm saying? Because and I try to teach them the business because I want them to understand that not only I'm not signing you because I want something from you, I'm signing you because it's driven numbers. And I understand that it's like, you know how many artists, a lot of people don't understand how many artists I have actually gave what they call game to and woke up the next morning and they gone. You know, I spent months working with artists in studios on projects. And as soon as they get that flash drive in their hand with all the songs, never hear from them again. You know, and a lot of them now that I'm down here in Atlanta in my inbox, let's link, bro. When you coming home? We gotta work. Can we link? And you know, like the first thing I ask them is, how'd that deal go? Man, it was some bullshit. Man, I'll tell you about it when I see it. Well, you making money now, surely. You got to be, because you left 5 years before me. Nah, I'm not making anything. Why is that? You was writing for everybody. You was working with Scarface. You was working with Wale. You was working with these big dogs. And you don't get any money on your royalties? You don't get any residuals back from that? Well, the joke's on you, sir. Because now I tell them, hey, on you, buddy. You know? On you, buddy. See now, he already knows he's lunching. Because he knows that's any time. You know what I'm saying? But I be trying to figure out because when I first started, my hunger was different. You know what I'm saying? When I first started, my hunger literally was about proving that I belonged.
Right.
You feel me? And that hunger was something that drove me for the first maybe 5-6 years of doing music. Like, I mean, like, it was literally, I would literally get into rap sessions just to learn rap styles, you know, and half the time I would get into go into freestyle ciphers and not even freestyle, not even do anything, but just sit back and learn different styles. and see how like different ways of using the words, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
when I first started, everybody was like, "You're not from DC," you know, because I
Okay.
mean, that's just when I first started. Naive to me, I didn't think that there was any other DC rappers besides a Wale and a Tabby Benet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't listen to them. You know,
Right.
I didn't want to learn their styles. I wanted to be something other than DC. I wanted to be something new. I called it what I wanted to be, something fresh, and I wanted to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
started listening to like all the tops, all the like the people that everyone was calling the best. I went all the way back. I went back to the damn 80s. I listened to damn KRS-One. It was like, bars, but don't like this flow. You know,
Mm-hmm.
all the other my father Rock Him and all of them. I'm like, okay, this is cool, but you know what I'm saying? And then I you start listening and you start learning and you start like, okay, but I can use that in this. I may
Mm-hmm.
not like how he used that whole bar, but I like the way he said that word. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I could transition that into how he said that word. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm not saying the same thing that they say, but those words are universal. Those words are all of our words. So why can't we figure out other ways to say it? Hell, if my wife got Geechee Gullah in her family and they say something like sending him, come on here now, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
learn that shit. If that shit sounds vicious in the bar, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So like now we getting to the point now where all right, are we trying to grow? Are we trying to learn? Are we trying to like get out of this little box that we grow in? You know what I'm saying? Even as a producer, you know what I'm saying? A lot of producers find one producer that they like, and then they end up trying to imitate that sound.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all of the producers that they like, he's imitating 10 different producer sound. He done manipulated them and turned them into his own sound now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, where do we get off not wanting the melting pot or not wanting to be a part of the melting pot of information that just overflows for us all? Yep, exactly. And the crazy part is they still do. You know what I'm saying? Like they still talk like that now. They still go, but like I said, we're in the world now where everything is out there. This is the world
Mm-hmm.
of information. So our music is gonna be more information. See, back in the day, it used to be like a motherfucking search. You know what I'm saying? Do you
Mm-hmm.
know? True story. Last summer, I finally understood what Next was singing about in that song "Too Close."
What do you mean?
I never knew what that song was really about.
Really?
Yep. And now I finally got it. There's another song that was broken down. It's an old song where she's talking about a vibrator the whole song. You can't the electric slide.
Nuh-uh.
The electric slide is about a vibrator.
No, it's not.
The electric slide is about her buying a new vibrator and using it and telling her friends about her experience with it.
It's electric.
Boogie yiggy yiggy.
Oh
So So yeah, so now I mean, come on. In today's world, they're not gonna make you search for that.
I'm about to listen to that song again. I cannot believe it. In all 33 years of life, I've never known that to be
We've
it.
all stood at family cookouts, family functions at the end of the night and danced to a vibrator song.
Mm.
Yep, sadly but true. I'm starting trying to figure out the girl who looks so good, baby. No, I'm not trying to figure that out, and that that is that to me is one of the worst lyrics of Biggie's
What
career.
song?
I don't know the song because I don't listen to Biggie. I did not listen to Biggie, but I do know that lyric where he said that you look so good, make me want to suck your daddy off. So that's one of them doom doom doom. One of those, man. Biggie is weird, but he was with Diddy, so you expect that. He right. He would expect that. Exactly. That's another prime example. But now we're not gonna now we're not putting in our mindsets. We're not putting in our mindsets to study for this stuff no more. This is the world of information. And everybody wants to be the first to break it to you. So now, of course, Cardi B and them are not gonna say, are not gonna give you a metaphor. They're gonna just go straight up into what they're gonna say. And the guys are gonna now say exactly what they want to say. I mean, artists are now being more vivid and more open in their music. And the sad thing is, in hip hop and rap culture, when everyone is being so real, we ask why rappers snitching on themselves and why rappers telling on themselves now. Why Fam Lucci? YFN Lucci. Did you hear about my man?
Yeah, he supposedly had a warrant and turned himself in for a murder charge.
Yep. I read the actual case and I listened to the phone message. Did you actually listen to the phone recording?
No.
Good stuff. First of all, this dude YFN Lucci thought he was in a movie. Broad daylight on a popular street. Imagine. This is what I reckon the scene was. YFN Lucci pulls up in his most popular vehicle because everyone knows it's YFN Lucci. All the kids on the block, all the people, all the hoes, and all the groupies were yelling, Lucci, Lucci, what up, Lucci? Yo, Luch, what up, my boy? And then out of Lucci's car flies two bodies. Whoa! That's how everybody was on the block. Did you see Lucci just drop that body out the motherfucking car? What the fuck? But he didn't even kill one of them. They said it was actually two people shot. One died. The other one got into his vehicle, drove to the fire station, and that's where he identified the shooters and Lucci as being one of the people with them. So Lucci is not the actual shooter. He's not the actual shooter in this case. He is the driver in this case. However, we all know that if you're with people in the act of a crime like that, you're going to get the time. So it looks like he may be done. I don't really know too much of his music or anything that he did besides date Ray Janae Carter and wreck that. But yeah, that's another artist that looks like he's done. DJ Vlad said that he is not responsible for Casanova going down. Casanova was actually being watched for years. Now, a lot of artists believe that Casanova was a fucking idiot for even going on DJ Vlad's show and talking like that about stabbing people and all types of dumb shit.
Not comfortable.
Man, I don't know how comfortable you can get to start talking about murder that you didn't get caught with. And it ain't been long enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a statute of limitation on murder though, but hey. Someone asked me earlier, do I believe Tekashi 6ix9ine is a good rapper? Yeah, he was the driver. Someone asked me, do I think Tekashi 6ix9ine is a good rapper earlier?
A good rapper?
Yeah. I had to tell him that Tekashi 6ix9ine is a good rapper. And an awesome marketing strategy. Awesome marketer.
I said that a couple of weeks ago on the show that I was in a store. It's like, even you can't deny talent. Like, it's like, even though you know, like, what it is, it's like I was in a store and they was playing this music and oh,
man, like I
had to be like, that's 6ix9ine. Okay, all right, cool. But off GP, I was already walking in the store like, ooh. Then I started listening harder. Then I was like, oh, okay, but it's still good.
Yep. And the thing about it is, like, music is so subjective, you know. But when we're in the world where they drill that shit in your head so much, you love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, 6ix9ine is definitely a good artist. Um, and I like everything that he did except for that snitching shit. But I understand why he did it, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't even want to talk about it. The Box, Roddy Ricch, hoot 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 hoot, 8 times platinum now.
Can we just briefly talk about this incident that just recently happened? 6ix9ine got hit stuff. Yep, he definitely do.
Yes, what incident?
All right, so DMV. I don't know if he's a comedian, socialite, artist, public figure. Roland Ray is in a hospital for his hair catching on fire. Did you hear about that?
Hey, I did hear about it, young.
Don't.
Hey,
Not
young.
on camera.
Hey, young. Why is okay? So I had to inquire, and I'm covering my mouth because I want to be sensitive to Roland Ray. But I asked who is Roland Ray, and my wife said he's the gay guy in a wheelchair. So I said,
Yeah. DMV socialite,
I said,
artist.
my man named himself Roland Ray.
They've been calling them Hot Wheels.
Hey, that is perfect. He should change his name to that.
I know. All right. So let's let me get to what I was coming on here to say. Basically, y'all, it's fucked up what's happening to Roland Ray, and I just feel like, sometimes like you gotta know when people are laughing at you and not with you.
Yeah.
He has been coming at certain people and saying really, really fucked up shit. Like, I think a week or so before this incident happened, he told Young Miami to go dig up her dead baby daddy or some shit like that. And
Oh, that's
he
who
got
that
into it with
was.
Saucy Santana, yeah.
Okay, I do recall hearing someone say that, and
Mhm.
then she said that his days was numbered pretty much. Yeah, she was gonna get some people on his ass, right?
Right. And then this happened, and she was just like, God don't play about me. And so people are in an uproar because they feel like she's insensitive and
Nope.
he's handicapped, and that means he's off limits.
All right,
So,
so I fucking love Young Miami's response to Roland Ray and his antics. I don't know Roland Ray, but what I do know is everyone knows I was robbed, and well, they attempted to rob me in 2013. And in that failed robbery, they shot me. Now, of course,
he was.
things happen to the people that done those things to me. I don't
Mhm.
feel any remorse. I actually just found out recently that the one that actually set it all up, he passed away, and I didn't feel any um, empathy or sympathy. You know, the thing about it is bad things happen to good people, yes, but bad things also happen to people from energy that they put out. Now, I did see that comment, dig up your dead baby daddy, and I was like, hey, whoever said that shit wilding, you know, because people like to say, they like to do what they know is going to strike for them to be famous. They will say anything, you know, because I still didn't know who he was, but that put him in Young Miami mouth to talk about him. So that was another viral thing. So in Rolling Rays, where I'm going with this, he got what he wanted, even with this fire. I know who he is now. I didn't know who he was. He wanted to be viral. You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes karma happens in the worst ways, and our mouths, and what we say and what we do to get where we gotta go, that it puts a real bad vibe or something around ourselves as well. You know, yeah. See, Santana
I'm not
actually,
messing with you, Tony. I'm not. I was trying not to bring it up, but hey, young, that shit was lifting you up.
yo. So that okay. So my homeboy shoots Santana's videos, and that was I saw that, and I didn't know what was that about, but now everything
Yeah.
is starting to come together to me now
Mm-hmm.
as you guys are saying this to me, and it makes it more hilarious because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't wish no one out
He
there.
almost died though.
I don't think he almost died. I don't wish no one.
I
I
mean,
don't.
his whole shit is on his whole. He got burns. He
Yeah,
burned.
how did his wig catch on fire?
Well, he said because of his long nails, his outrageously long nails that he wears. He was trying to light a cigarette, and his bang was in his face, and the bang caught on fire, and his whole hair caught on fire, and his whole clothes caught on fire. And somebody was like, "Stop, drop, and roll." He cussed their ass out on his live, but yeah, I hope that all is well. I
I
just
mean, like, I'm not trying to be funny though. For one, there's a lot of things. God, yeah, I'm about to probably lose some fucking followers, young. God damn it. But that's what he get though. Because for one, he ain't got no business having on a damn wig. He ain't got no business having on no goddamn long
no,
nails.
but
He
that's a lot of
now
people said that.
these are all the things that he ain't got no business. For one, there's training. There's training that ladies go through years when they're dealing with the nails thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually see like my daughter now. She practices getting her nails done with her mom, and she practices like blowing them, and she even holds her hands like this so she touches nothing, right? And then it's like I see my wife where she just get a nails done. She does like this little maneuver when she's grabbing things and shit like that. So I realized that there are years of tactical training that goes on with women and their makeup and how they have to wear it and how they have to maneuver around the normal things in life when they're wearing it, i.e., flammable hair. They know to light the cigarette. They know they like the cigarette like that. I seen them like the cigarette like this. You know, like I've seen them do all lots of things, and that's just certain training that a guy's not gonna have just because you're gay. Your how to be a woman senses never kicks in like that. So he took the loss. He learned what Michael Jackson learned. He learned what that woman learned that was sitting at that thing and at that party and got her head caught on fire. What was that model that was doing the bad thing? So it happens. It happens. You
Oh
know.
yeah, he was on divorce. Was it divorce court or something? Roland Ray, him and his boyfriend was like on divorce court or something like that. That's how he. I think I don't know. That's how I seen him originally. But
Man.
everyone was saying the same thing you were saying. That like God basically, they felt like God had basically given you opportunities and you basically took advantage of them, i.e., you know what I'm saying? He gave you a platform, being disabled to touch thousands and millions of people, and you get on there and you do bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You bully people and
Let
you
me
do
tell you what I realized.
blasphemous shit.
Let me tell you what's hilarious. Look. What a person does when he have no followers means nothing, right? People show their true colors when they start doing numbers or when they see numbers. You feel me? Like, I mean, you can see the ugliest of a person when he get that alligator mouth away from his name. He'll be
Mm-hmm.
talking to you like he the best rapper alive.
Mm-hmm.
Once he see that first little 1,001 stream, that nigga up that joint talking to you like, you don't see my streams, nigga? Doing
Mm-hmm.
it. Before that, you gotta ask, you got your music out? The
Yeah.
first couple of days he gonna promote it like crazy, but if he don't lose that alligator mouth, he never gonna talk about it again. He gonna be back on his page shooting air guns. But Roland Ray, like I
Yeah.
like I saw another artist. I saw an artist get on in Clubhouse, right? He said, I'm going to be the first disabled artist that signed.
Was it the paraplegic guy?
Yeah. Yeah. He was in one of your rooms?
Well, he's been on it faithfully because we wasn't even in the same group. But I mean, I feel like with all of this, there should be lessons that's learned. I don't know. Like, I feel like when you have the opportunity, like, there's how many people you know in a wheelchair that's like really getting, you know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
I felt like he should have.
But he wouldn't have. You got to think about it though. You got it's the two-headed monster that we talk about all the time, right? Because if no one likes me when I'm being cool and what is it? Being cool and noble, I guess. But then I start turning up and everyone is paying me and everyone is flying me out and everyone is upping me now and sharing my stuff. Well, I'm gonna give you more of what you asked for. We create the monsters that are before us everywhere. You know, like my pops. You know what I'm saying? I'm on strike from my father right now because he won't stop cutting up. You know what I'm saying? And I say these are how we have to start treating the social media shit. The people on social media that's acting, that's cutting up, that's just seeming to want to. I mean, we fuel it, we share it.
Yeah.
We
laugh at it.
and in the morning, if I see I got 1,000,000 shares, or if I got 1,000 shares, or if I got 100 shares on some bullshit I did, on some bullshit I posted, then I probably spend the next 10 minutes looking for some more bullshit real quick to see if I can reciprocate that love. You know, and if I reciprocate that love, then guess what? We've created a bullshit monster.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna give them. So
He
I
made
mean, like,
that.
so
Um,
we, yeah,
you guys see that clip? I'm gonna send it to you if I find it.
yeah. Send me that clip, definitely. But like,
It was hilarious.
we create
He
our
is
own monsters.
comedic.
We created Roland Ray.
I
But
mean, he's comedic and he reaches out to a lot of the young kids.
he's
Like he did do uh 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 um an IG video on stealing. So I do want to shout him out for that. He did an IG video on stealing and how he got away with it the first time, and then the second time he got caught. And had he known what he know now, he would have waited till he was the man that he is today, where he could have purchased those items as opposed to stealing. So he was just telling the young kids, just wait, you know what I'm saying, till you get a little older, you'll get a job, you'll be able to afford the things you want as opposed to go out here stealing and stuff. So, you know, he does have his
did he
size.
tell why he was stealing?
He wanted to be fly. It was his birthday, his 18th birthday coming up.
Yeah, I mean, see, like that's crazy because he still failed to connect. You know what I'm saying? Like so you already see the crowd that he wants to reach anyway. If you're reaching out to a crowd and you're telling them that I was stealing because I wanted to be fly, then you know that your crowd and your base is the people that will steal because they want to be fly, and not the people that steal because they need to steal.
Damn, sis.
No,
A
I'm just
serious
saying.
moment here. Okay, I got you.
No, one of my friends told me that. One of my friends said, "Boy, you are an asshole. Why you so like that?" You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I'm like this. It's the show. It's Boss Biz. It's the name Boss Biz. But no, what I'm saying though, in all honesty though, but like people are failing to touch the people. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that really need it. Like there's a kid out there joint right now who don't want to be fly, who really needs something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I get Roland Ray, you talking to your crowd, but we need to find people that's gonna talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Cause like the people that's gonna tell them it's okay to go without. It's okay to not be fly. I mean, I don't want. Don't wait till you get rich to be fly. Fly isn't that. When you get rich, make sure you rich more by investing that money and turning it, learning how the rich people move. You ain't gonna see no like I would tell my sons, hey, look, um, Bill Gates and them ain't being pressed by no Jordans. I mean, I don't own a pair of Jordans. Do I own a pair of $200 shoes? Yes, I'm guilty of owning a pair of Yeezys, but that's not what we're talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about needs and wants. I didn't buy those because I wanted to be fly. I bought them because I support Yeezy, you know. And one day I
Same
hope,
difference.
huh?
Same difference.
Maybe so. But I hope that one day some kid looks up to Sixxcess and say, I want to buy the Sixxcess shoes if they make some. You know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that that's not going to happen if in my own mental, I say, damn, I'm not wearing no Yeezys because he a rapper, or I'm not going to support him because they $200 shoes. Who knows how much my shoes may be? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so I say that to say like, yeah, we got to start touching the people like real life. What do people really want to be, and how can people really get there where they want to be? You know what I'm saying? What is that here? Hood booster. People know him from the area. Oh yeah. I'm gonna check this dude out. I've been saying all the clips. He look like dark man now. He got the damn bandages all over his face and shit. But
Hey,
his
somebody was like, "Did you see him cut out the eyes on the bandage so that he could be seen on social media?" I said, "You just is wrong." Somebody hit. That's how I found out. Somebody else hit me to this shit. They was like, "Did you see what happened to Roland Ray?" I was like, "What?"
like nah, like I just asked that earlier today. Like, who is Roland Ray and what does he do? You know, because I seen that, but I haven't watched the clip because I can't watch stuff like that. He looks like Darkman.
You gotta hear what he was saying. He was talking about what happened.
No, see, I like personally, I don't even care what happens because, like, I just don't want. I just know that I don't want it to be me. You know, I don't want
Yeah.
to be in that position. Like, I don't like to. I don't like to watch people in pain or in their worst, most fucked up moment. You know what I'm saying? And even now that I know what he is about, that doesn't take anything into his character. It doesn't make me say anything about him or how I feel about him. It just doesn't make me feel more empathetic about it either.
I wonder if he started a GoFundMe.
That'll be come on now. But for plastic surgery,
Yeah. And he
man, listen,
probably get his legs fixed too while he's
it'd
there.
be crazy because like if he was actually burnt doing something like of common sense and noble, he burnt himself in a fuck. Been dumb. That's dumb. Who sets themselves on fire?
A lot of people.
You know what I think about when you tell me that? How high when he,
I'm
when he,
saying a
when he
lot
lit
of
his head on
people.
fire and dumped out the window and shit,
A lot of people
and he
set
was smoking
themselves.
by himself.
Nah, his boyfriend was in the front room when his friend was in the front room.
Okay,
I can't do this with you. I'm just
that,
trying to tell
hey,
the story of
hey,
Roland Ray because
hey,
he's
yeah.
Tampa's finest
Are we
on
are we
wheels.
sure? Are we sure that he wasn't set ablaze?
No, he said
Is
himself. He
is
told his
Roland is
story.
Roland Way protecting his boyfriend? I think that they
No.
need to look deeper into his boyfriend. Now I want to start something now. They need to look deeper into the boyfriend and see if him and Roland Ray were going through anything prior to that.
Look,
Because
we not messing with you tonight.
there seems to be a hole in the story. Something is not adding up. So hey, all right, look. So this is one thing that I really want to talk about, and I know you don't know, or you probably won't know, but I'm really hoping that you do. Tom Brady is going to his 14th championship game.
I'm all for black love, but I love me some Tom Brady. Let's
Yes.
go.
He
Go with it.
defeated Drew Brees this weekend Sunday night, he defeated Drew Brees in high fashion. Drew Brees had 4 turnovers in them. So we are definitely on high times right now. That
Time for me to start watching
explains
the games.
my Tampa Bay Buccaneer color scheme today.
Time to start tuning in.
Tom Brady will be playing the Packers next week in the frozen tundra. It says it's gonna be freezing like hell, but hey, he gonna be doing his thing, and I had to get that out there, y'all. So everybody that hates me because I my thing for Tom Brady, fuck Bill Belichick for letting Tom Brady go. Fuck the Patriots for letting Tom Brady go. You're dummies. You're dummies. So that is that. Now, Jezebel, I don't got nothing like major coming up. You know, a lot of people are saying that they're coming down to Atlanta to do some things. There's a thing called the Trap Awards. Have you heard about it?
I have, and I wanted to go. Please don't tell me I missed it already.
No, it's in February.
Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be going. I think I put it in my calendar, but I did see that. I want to go and see what that's about.
February 13th.
Oh, shit.
So with the Trap Awards, yes, I told them, I said, why would it got to be some trap shit to do a thing on Valentine's Day weekend, right? Kick him out of this security. But in the Trap Awards, I have to ask you 3 things. First, your favorite trap artist.
Gucci.
Your favorite trap album.
Shit, because my favorite trap album ain't gonna be Gucci. It's gonna be Dolph, and I don't. I think that's the name of the album, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Now, which area has the best trap scene?
Memphis.
Good. Interesting choices. I don't really know too much about the trap music except for 2 Chainz. I like 2 Chainz.
Mm-hmm.
I like that Boats album. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
They would say Atlanta has the best trap scene.
Well, who's the king of trap? T.I. Is T.I. the inventor of trap?
No, I don't think so.
And let me see. Is Master P the inventor of trap?
No, I don't think so.
Let's see.
I think 3 6 Mafia is the inventor of trap music.
3 6 Mafia is the inventors of trap music. But they called it crunk music, right? Or whatever they called it. No, they called it, what did they call it? Memphis?
No, Lil Jon was crunk.
Lil Jon was crunk. Okay. So
I don't know. That's me personally. It might be some people might say they might have another selection of who they think started trap, but if you think about the content of trap, to me it would have been 3 6.
My first introduction to trap was obviously trap music, but some people don't say that that's trap music, that wasn't trap music. 21 Savage is not the king of trap.
He's a baby. He's
still new. Did not expect that one. T.I. may be an officer. He may be an officer, but he said that there ain't no paperwork with his name on to say he ever snitched.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just so over this.
T.I. snitch.
I think snitches should just get stitches and be eliminated. So if people are willing to eliminate,
that saying has to be eliminated because the world is too contradictory right now, right? It's too much information out there to still have the same saying, snitches get stitches.
If me and you do a crime together and you go and tell on me to get a lesser sentence or something, then
that's different.
To be eliminated, period.
That's true. I don't want to say that's true, and then I end up in a situation with somebody and I end up snitching and they eliminating me. Let me see how I
I'm
can
just
word this.
saying.
Let me see how I can word this so that I don't get eliminated if it is.
I'm just saying. Or
but
if you see me do something, and you on the side of the street and you point me out, okay, technically I shouldn't feel no type of way because you not in the laws of the streets, but you still should be eliminated. If it costs me time, freedom, or anything money,
so
you should be eliminated.
All right, so let's put levels. Let's put levels on this, right? Cause let me give you some scenarios first, and then let's talk snitching. Then, okay? So we plan a crime, and that crime consists of robbery, right?
Uh-huh.
You go in, guns are blazing, and now you committed murder. When they ask me about the murders, am I to not say that you did that?
You're not to say shit. You're supposed to say, I don't know. You don't know shit besides what you did.
Because we all went in on the robbery.
I don't know. You might have walked in. That's not an agreement when you're talking to the feds. They could say you walked in on the robbery. You probably went in to cash a check. Lost the check in the midst of the fire. You don't know what happened. You dropped to the floor. Whatever the case. Even if the cameras show you running in there, guns are blazing, you still don't know shit.
Okay. But now if I am in that same said bank and I am on the floor and you all running, guns are blazing, shooting up the place, and I survive and I say it was you, then I'm cool.
No, you should still be eliminated because if I get arrested, I get locked up, I have to do time. If you cost me anything in my life, you need to be eliminated. That's how the game used to work. I don't know nowadays.
Yeah, see, so the days of the mafia hits are over, Josephine. Those days are over. Now you don't get eliminated anymore. Now you get what they call a parade. You're a hero. You're a hero when you snitch now. I mean, you won't sell records or clothes or be as popular as you were before, have as many friends. But you're free.
In an ideal world, snitching is what you're supposed to do. In my situation, when I got in a fight or whatever, the girl egged me on, talked all this shit, and then pointed me out in court, right? To this day, like, I'm not really remorseful, but I'm mad. I'm mad because even my cousin was like, if I was you, I would have took a bag of pennies and went and beat her up. Like, why would you go to the police? She was trying to get me the legal way. She wanted to get me on paper. She wanted to fuck up my future, what I did not understand. So some people, that's the right thing to do. I'm not going to go beat you up.
Was this a white person?
I'm going to go to the cops.
Was this a white person?
No, she was black from the hood.
From the hood? You must listen. I'm not gonna sit up here and say what I would do or won't do if a said gangster was coming down on me, but I can only imagine how someone had to tell her to do that.
They did. And she still, her family was like, oh, go to the, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, but you started it. You understand what I'm saying?
So what you went to? Did you go to her home? Wait, first of all, let's not do a Vlad situation. You are. This case is done.
Oh yeah, it's done 10 years ago, so we're good.
All right, cool. So you went to her. You went to her home?
No, I didn't go to her home.
Her job?
Nope.
Y'all met.
It happened in a car.
Wait, y'all was in the car together?
Yes.
And you beat her up in the car?
We got into a fight.
And then after you beat her up, she went to the police to press charges.
Yes, she had to go to the hospital, and then she went to the police station to file charges against me after the hospital. But anyway.
So no, was she a snitch or the victim?
She was a snitch. She started it.
Wait, were y'all in the car, just y'all two?
No, it was somebody driving. She was in the front, I was in the back. She was turning around talking big shit. What was I supposed to do? I felt threatened.
Listen, I get feeling threatened like the next man. When I feel threatened, I tend to react the same way.
But no, let's fast forward. I had a friend, right? Me and her got into it. And she was telling me, she was like, if you see somebody kill somebody, that's not snitching. Would you not help their family identify the killer? And I told her, no, it's none of my business. And she was just like, you are cold-hearted. And we grew up together. And it's like, once we became adults, that's when our vision started to change.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, she felt like, no, I guess she was a mom at the time, so she felt different. But my views have remained the same. When you are sitting in that seat at court and somebody is pointing at you and describing what you have on, and they know that they either started it or had something to do with that shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but your situation is different.
But even if I see somebody get killed, it's none of my fucking business.
See, like you saw, let me tell you what my father says. My father says, if I was to catch a person murdering someone, I would murder him before I would snitch.
You said what?
My father says that if he seen someone murder someone, he would murder that person before he would snitch on that person.
I mean,
that's a sick.
Yeah,
but listen, you guys have to understand. That's the mind. You guys are sick up there. You guys are sick in the head up there.
No, we're not. I'm just saying. You got to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
You have to. Like, the thing about it is, what's crazy is snitches have to exist, or the world will be run amok.
That's true, but think about the time. You snitch on somebody, they do time. They have 8 to 24 years to think about you pointing them out on the stand, and either their lives could go one of two ways. They could find faith, or they could build vengeance for those years, and when they come out, your ass is grass, your kids, your wife.
Man, in 24 years, if they can still move like the old spring chicken.
Your address and everything is in their paperwork. Your full name.
That's if I live there 24 years later.
I mean, it's that nowadays people too scared to do shit. So you know what?
But like the thing about it is, the reality of it is, if a guy, let's just put an age on it, he's 18 and I see him commit a murder and he gets a 25-year bid. If he does sit in there and have vengeance on his heart for 25 years, when he get out, he'll be 40-something years old. And I'll be 40-something years old. And I'll know that he's getting out because I'm a part of that case now. I'll be ready for him. When he bring his ass, I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Yeah, but listen, I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was asking them, like, how are people just shooting up cars nowadays with kids in them and stuff like that, or with whatever the case. He said people think their families and their children keep them safe. So when you do stuff like that, you don't just think about yourself. You think about the people around you, the people that you love. Because more than likely, if they can't get to you, they'll pluck off everyone else first.
Yeah.
And then come for you.
I do realize it seems like that rule of engagement is off because people, like you said, the idea, like, it's too much information and people always see that, all right, kids, wife and kids were safe, so they stay around their wife and kids so they never get touched. Mm-hmm. And then end up resulting to everybody getting hurt in the end. So
the bottom line is, please, if you don't have to, please don't snitch on anybody, because you might have some crazies out here that really might come back for you. Or, I mean, I don't know. 6ix9ine is only alive because of his status. I think a lot of people that still,
and $10 million security, and he didn't snitch on anything other than what he had to save his own career. At the end of the day,
Bobby Schmurder still has his career.
yeah, but Bobby Schmurder was a part of that gang. Was it?
My point here is he didn't have to snitch.
No, I agree. He did not have to snitch. But if you're gonna take my money, have sex with my girl,
Oh
steal my
man, ain't
music,
nobody trying to hear that word. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
you're going down. This is the new era.
That's the game, though. That's the game. You shouldn't bring your woman around the game.
True enough. True enough. Well, we have just did the 2-hour mark. At that time, I know y'all J's are gone. Mine's is. Jezebel's is. And you should be putting them roaches in the ashtray and about to roll up another one, because I know I am, and Jezebel may. But we had a great show. It was Monday, and y'all already know it's Sixxcess. Jezebel.
Hey, this Friday we starting our Fridays back up. We're having an R&B cipher. We're gonna have DNR Man Rail. We're gonna have Jatam and a couple of others coming in this Friday. So please, you guys, stay tuned. Sixxcess is always a pleasure. This was a fun conversation. We'll be back at it again next Monday.
Yeah, man. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, y'all better hit that joint, man. We're on our way up to 2K.
Hey,
we out.
bitch. Y'all have a great evening. Thank you guys for tuning in.